ahead.
Okay, do you just want me to explain about it?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the new Nintendo handheld system called the Nintendo 3DS.
Ah.
And with the Nintendo 3D, with the 3DS, there's a lot of different features as opposed to the new or to the older Lite version. With the DSi version, there were some cameras involved. This also has cameras. There's a camera on the upside, on the top flap, as well as on the other side on the reverse, which has two cameras, which allows for the 3D view. So you can take 3D pictures and also interact with your environment in a 3D stereoscopic view.
Ah, awesome.
With this allows also for you to interact with your environment with the gyroscope and the motion sensor inside the system. Now, inside the system, when you're playing with the different games, it allows it to track itself in like a 3D game environment. So you can also utilize that in conjunction with your environment, so you can be able to play with like whatever's on top of like your count or whatever's floating in the air. The stereoscopic view is called an stereoscopic view. What it has in there is actually, it's kind of an illusion.
Oh, okay.
It's just a normal screen on the inside of it, but there's a little lens on the inside of it called the lenticular lens, and that lenticular lens refracts light into two different directions into your eyes.
Oh, I see.
Which is why there's a sweet spot. So when you hold it a certain distance from your face, that's where your eyes are getting crossed into the correct pattern for it to be able to refract properly.
Okay.
So, because if you're any bit too far away, then the refraction goes past you, and if you're too close, it just doesn't connect up with your eyes.
Oh, I see.
So that refraction gives the illusion that the items that are on the screen appear in 3D.
Oh, I see.
So, now with the 3DS, currently it boasts some AR games built into the system, like AR games which include these little cards. And you take these cards and you place them down on the counter, and then you aim your system at it. And when you do that, things will start popping out of the cards.
Cool.
So you can play things like archery and fishing and stuff like that. You can even take the stylus, which is right here. You draw things on the face of the screen on the touchpad down here, and you create a design which you can interact in 3D on the tabletop.
That's pretty cool.
Come May, there will be an update for the system where you'll be able to go online. Currently, it's not able to go online just because they're tweaking some bugs in the system through Nintendo. So once the servers go online, you'll be able to go through. There will be a browser via Opera where you can go online and surf the internet. And also the DSi Wear Shop will be online, so you can download DSi games.
Okay.
You can even, if you have a DSi, you can even take the system memory from the old system and put it onto your 3DS, so you keep all the games that you downloaded onto your DSi on your 3DS.
Okay.
Also, the virtual console will become online, so you can download original games from the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color.
That's pretty cool.
And you'll be able to stream Netflix wirelessly through your home into your 3DS, so that you can watch movies from your Netflix collection, as well as being able to download different movies from Warner Brothers, Warner Brothers, Disney, and DreamWorks Interaction. And you can download movies kind of like How to Train Your Dragon and Tangled. So
that's pretty awesome.
That's pretty much the 3DS in a nutshell. It can also play the whole library of DS games that were available before. I just won't play them in 3D.
Alright.
The native resolution is a little off, so if you really, really care, you can play in the normal native resolution, which it won't use the whole screen, it'll just use a part of the screen, which is the normal, like the old DSi's native resolution. Other than that, it'll take up pretty much the same space as the DSi screen.
I read on IGN and that you do that by holding the start and select buttons and then tapping the icon?
Absolutely, and then you'll be able to play all your DS games in native resolution.
Okay, that's pretty great.
Another really cool feature about this is that when you have friends who also have 3DSs, they create their own kind of like a friend card. And that friend profile is stored on the system, and if you walk next to them using Street Pass, you can download their Mii that they create on the system into your system so you can use it for different games that utilize different Miis.
Wow.
So all you do is you stand right next to your friend, and their Mii will automatically download into your system. Another really cool thing is that you no longer have to trade friend codes for every single game that you own.
Woohoo!
You have one universal friend code that you use for all your 3DS games, and it automatically downloads for each 3DS game that you put into the system. If you use normal DS cards, then those you still have to exchange friend codes to have those work. But for all the 3DS games from now on, you just have a friend code, one friend code for every game that you play.
That's pretty awesome.
And you can exchange that friend code either via the internet or locally by standing right next to them.
That's pretty awesome.
Also, you'll be able to do messaging systems once it goes live in May, once the internet system is downloaded onto the system through a system update. And for more information, you go to support.nintendo.com for that.
Alrighty.
So, do you have any questions for me?
Oh, out of the two colors, which would you recommend more, the aqua blue or the Cosmo black?
Honestly, I think that the Aqua Blue stands out a little bit more. I mean, it has kind of like, if you remember the DS Lite, it had kind of like a plastic sheen over the actual color of the system. So this is the same thing, but it's kind of like more of like a candy blue green. And then it has kind of like that. If you can look closer, you can kind of see like, there's like this little plastic film over the actual system case itself. So that's what kind of gives it that popping color.
That's pretty neat.
I honestly like this color a little bit more, but the Cosmo Black also is a very nice finish.
Okay.
The only problem with these ones, though, it's kind of like with the lights. The DSi's had the matte finish. This has the glossy finish, so it loves fingerprints. So and you're gonna have to like clean it off every once in a while.
Alrighty.
Okay, right. Was there anything else you needed to know?
Yeah. Well, the last DS system I had was that old DS I got like back in November of 2004, and so I didn't get the DS Lite or the DSi. Would you think I should get the 3DS? I'm thinking about it.
The 3DS itself is a very fun system. There are definitely pros and cons to owning it early. The pros for it is that with it, you can unlock different games inside of your system. Like when you walk around, there's a pedometer that tracks how many steps you take. For every 100 steps you take, you earn one play coin.
Cool.
With those play coins, you're able to play games like Find Me, which is on the Mii Plaza, and you're able to unlock further levels into that game using those coins.
Alright.
And in order to unlock those coins, you have to walk around with them, which means every day you can only earn 10.
Okay.
So you can only go so far with the coins that you have. So you have to have it for a longer period of time to be able to get further and further into those games.
I see.
Also, the games that are available right now, they're kind of cool, but some of them are just, they aren't polished enough as what some people would like. Street Fighter 4 is really good, Pilot Wings is really good, and so is Rayman. Rayman is actually a direct port from the N64, like pretty much verbatim. Like the game looks almost exactly like it did for the N64 version.
Cool.
So if you play it, it's the same great game, and it's just in 3D. So that alone shows you the power capability that this has. Now, in comparison to like maybe let's say the PSP, I remember reading online from the tech specs that this can allow up to about 40 million triangles in the game screen, as the PSP can only allow 33 million triangles. And that's really important when we're talking about polygons and how detailed the graphics are.
Okay.
So, of course, the PSP 2 will be coming out, but we're not going to be talking about that. We're talking about the 3DS. So it is basically graphically a step above the N64. It's kind of up in there, but because of the graphics engine that's inside of it, it allows for really impressive lighting and texturing. Like Resident Evil Mercenaries, I think it's called. That's coming out, and that has some really good graphics for it that look pretty much akin to some of the things that you see on the PS3. So they actually had a demo for Metal Gear Solid, a remake of Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, and they had it in 3D at Tokyo, but it looks really good. It looks kind of like a PS2 game almost. So
That's pretty amazing.
So yeah, I think that if you were to get it now, even getting it now is not a bad idea, but May will probably be the best time to get one of these, just because that's when the online update goes live, so that we can get the full, all the full features, like especially with the online downloads and also Netflix and the 3D movies will become available. So that may be a better bet to get. But be warned, only 4 million units of the black and the blue will be sold in the U.S. So once those 4 million units are gone, they're not going to give us any more.
I see.
So, and that doesn't mean that will be, all the 3DSs ever. That probably just means that they're going to probably wait until the next time that they decide to update this one. Because just like with the past ones, they're going to update it. There's probably going to come up with an XL version. But that's just, contemplation at best for right now. So, I would say probably get one if you're a die-hard Nintendo fan. If you're looking for a new way to play your games, and this would probably be, it would be really cool. Honestly, I thought that the 3D effect was going to be kind of gimmicky, but honestly, it adds a certain depth of the games that make them more enjoyable. Like Rayman, I'll switch between the 2D view and the 3D view, and honestly, I enjoyed in the 3D view more because of the depth perception that it gives you, like jumping across gaps, being able to judge where enemies' attacks are coming from. It's really helpful in certain games.
Oh, I see.
And for games for like Pilot Wings Resort, when you're flying around in the plane and the hang glider, it allows you to judge the distances between you and the next checkpoint or target or whatever you need to shoot for.
I see.
So 3D does matter for certain games. So I enjoy it.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
All right. Did you personally want to try it?
Sure. Let me go ahead and, since it's your 3DS.
What I'm going to demo for you is going to be Face Raiders, which is the augmented reality game.
All right.
And Face Raiders basically takes your face or the face of friends and family members that you have and imposes them into the game and makes some targets that you shoot.
Oh, I see.
So basically, you're shooting yourself for any of your friends or family members that you have. Something that's really cool with this is if you take 3D photos using the 3D camera, it'll actually recognize that you take a picture of someone, and it'll take that face from your library and port it into the game.
Wow.
So
pretty cool.
Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to follow the on-screen instructions. You're going to hold it about eye level up here, and you're going to match it up when there will be 2 green dots and a green line in the lineup.
Okay.
Line those up with your middle lip line and also with your eyes.
Ah, middle.
So just hold it right about here or so.
Like here?
Yeah. And if it asks you to move it away, then move it away a little bit. Just bring it up.
Okay.
All right. So we have, it's recognizing that it's a face that needs to be on the system? Okay. No, just like, you need to line it up with your eyes and your mouth, and the green dots and everything come up. Hold your hand, okay. A little whirly with this. There you go. Hold still. Bring it up a little higher. There you go. All
Yeah,
right.
that's fine. Go ahead and hit OK. Analyzing photo. Male infant face.
Okay, now just shoot anything you see floating, and don't be afraid to spam that A button so you can just get all your shots out.
Ah, died.
Go leave.
Yeah. Gross.
Don't be afraid to move around either. Just be sure to keep hold on to something.
Die. Why don't you just all die? Why are you breaking the reality?
$24.99. So all of it. Yeah. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
$29.16.
Uh-oh. It's glowing red. What does that mean?
The boss is coming up.
Oh. Defeat the boss.
And then
I can take you on.
Hey there, guys. You want me to demo the 3DS for you?
Hold still.
You sure? Oh yeah.
Dare kiss me.
It does. I thought it was going to be gimmicky, but actually it's really good.
No! Dang it, he kissed me again. Stop it.
I wish you could do more with the character AR card.
Yeah. But I did the unlocking thing like you said, and it's actually really cool.
The what?
Woohoo! I killed him.
And you got an afro.
And then he
You
got
unlocked R2 too? Is that what you said?
Okay, guys.
He got an afro.
It would be cool if you could like actually walk around with the character
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
instead of just glide.
Yep, that's the boss. He was really bad. He kissed me a lot. It was gross.
I'm doing losers.
Oh, thank you very much for demoing it for me.
Not a problem. I hope you got all the information that you needed.
I did. I think I'll definitely look into purchasing a 3DS now.
Now, with that, is that a sweepstakes you said, or what was it?
Online, where you go and after you go to the demo event, you give a review about your thoughts. And they say if you have video proof or photo proof, you can submit it as well in your sweepstakes form.
Cool. What's been missing? All right. Well, I'm glad to give you the information you needed. Do you need to answer any more questions for me?
No, I think that was about it.